אביב 2019, בפעם הראשונה כאן בישראל.
Let's go, clap your hands. 2, let's go. 1 minute here, friends. 1 minute to go.
דקה ומתחילים. זה הזמן לכוון את הזירה.
Let's go, Tel Aviv. Let's go. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Tel Aviv and day 2 of competition at the first ever Tel Aviv Grand-Prix.
Okay.
Located on Israel's Mediterranean coast, the city has an incredible history and its growth and development is reflected in its diverse architecture, boasting both world-famous historic sites alongside the strikingly modern. We're at the Shlomo Group Arena and about to get underway with the final block and all the medal matches. The first of which is a bronze medal match in the under 63 kilo category featuring Kecha van den Berg of the Netherlands, and she'll be up against Valentina Kostenko of Russia. It'll be van den Berg in the white judogi and Kostenko in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Cho Min-sun of the Republic of Korea. And with commentary on this and all upcoming medal matches, it's a very warm welcome to multi-medal winner on the IGF World Tour herself, Esther Stam. Good afternoon, Esther.
Good afternoon, Sheldon. Really happy to be here.
What a day we had yesterday, an opening day, and Israel obviously, walked away with the spoils. Today is going to be a little bit different. But you never know. Sagi Muki, he's in the final of the under 81 kilo category. He could really set the place alight. That will be the last of our medal matches. Before that, as I say, it's Van den Berg and Kostenko to kick things off.
Yes, and it's a little bit a surprising development in the 63 today. Some of the top seeds went out early. And I'm happy to see Van den Berg and Kostenko both fighting for a bronze here. And I spoke to Van den Berg earlier today a little bit, and she said it was the first time in the final block, so she's really happy to be here.
No Alice Schlesinger, she was the #1 seed. Edwidja Gwend, consigned to somewhere else, out of it. Sana Vermeer also missing out, and Lucy Renshaw. The top 4 seeds all tumbled.
Actually, it's Van den Berg who beat the #1 seed and Kostenko who beat the #2 seed. So that's what brought them here. So for sure they're already having a good day, and they want to finish it off with a bronze medal.
Little right-sided effort there from Van den Berg, but Kostenko was able to deal with that fairly easily. I'm not even sure if Kostenko is the Russian #1. I mean, she may be #1 as far as the ranking is concerned, but as far as who's in their mind, for the top spot, Katerina Valkova comes to mind. I'm not sure if a look at the ranking list will say otherwise, but that's who I kind of think of.
So you have Davidova still, Volkova, and Kostenko is the third one up the list at the moment. If we look at the rankings, so she's really doing a good job here today, picking up some points.
Yeah, this will really shake things up, won't it? This medal here, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and I also think they're quite evenly matched. So you can see that there's no score yet in the first 2 minutes. No really clear favorite for this one.
Thinking about going over on the right side there for Osodagari, but it would have been a long stretch. Maybe she thought better of that and decided against it. Just a little bit bent over and defensive, giving Van den Berg the opportunity.
Dangerous. She's in
had to
there.
tap out.
Yes, really quick reaction. And also, to be honest, when she came in for that attack, her right arm was so low. Kostenko was completely controlling that arm, so it was not the best attack for Van den Berg, and a really good reaction from Kostenko. So it's probably a really frustrating loss. Of course, you both want to win a medal, but it is Kostenko who wins the bronze medal here.
Well, we were just looking at where she was on the ranking list as far as her teammates, her Russian teammates were concerned. She was third, but with the points that she's going to score here, she could very well lift herself up ahead of Ekaterina Volkova, maybe even,
she's not so far off, and she did a really good job here, and she beat Sanne Vermeer earlier in the day. And look at the right arm of Van den Berg here. It's too low, and but for me the transition to Newaza is really good.
Didn't waste any time, Valentina Kostenko.
And this is how so many contests are won, just by the transition to the ground. And you see the Russians are particularly strong at that. France is really strong with that.
Well, all is not lost for the Dutch, because Sanne Vermeer has a chance to take a bronze medal here. She'll need to get past Caitlin Quadros of Brazil. It'll be Vermeer in the white judogi, Quadros in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Mathieu Bataille of France.
Mr. Mathieu Bataille. Now, please welcome the athletes in white judogi representing the Netherlands, 2018 World Junior Champion.
Sanne Vermeer always gives the look of being slightly dishevelled or rumpled. I know those are tricky English words, but I suppose the best way of putting it is she looks as though she just rolled out of bed,
Or she just finished the contest.
Yeah, that's before she starts. Yeah. Anyway, we're underway with the second of the bronze medal contests. Just a little
nice, nice response from Quadros here.
Yeah, a little hint of the coach here, and then she just turned onto her front.
Yeah, for me, Quadros has such a good feeling for judo, so she moves really well, and that's the danger for Vermeer, I guess, because Vermeer is just she's a hard worker. Another seonage. But she needed a little bit more time to prepare, so that's why she couldn't come under completely. And again, for me, it was a good attempt, but if she would just have put a little bit more force on Vermeer, the first action a little bit more serious, and then you would have gotten Vermeer out of balance.
Yes, the second time that she's attacked Vermeer, with Vermeer blocking it immediately, which suggests, as Esther was just trying to point out there, that there's nothing really to unsettle.
That's beautiful. Nice left-sided seonage there.
Really had her up.
Yeah, and this time she really was in. Look at that. Just couldn't control it completely. Yeah, Vermeer could just stick out her arm to hold otherwise she would have went over completely.
Just managing to get a hand down and thwart the completion of that technique.
Yeah, Quadros is all over Vermeer at the moment, and Vermeer doesn't seem to really have an answer. So first Chido for her on the board. And it's just Quadros all over, and I think she put in 4 or 5 attacks already.
Yeah, it looks as though she's still, working out grips and movement. And as you say, hasn't come up with an attack. We've got half the contest still to come, and there is the first little stab maybe at the left.
Again, Shimewaza here. And it's a nip-on.
Yep.
Again, such a quick transition to the ground. It's good.
Like
Good
carbon
for a
copy.
story, yes.
Yeah. Real disappointment there for Quadros because, you know, she had a good lead. She was looking comfortable. We hadn't seen a big attack yet from Vermeer. She just managed to have a stab at the Ojigari that brought Quadros down to her knees and followed it up immediately.
Yeah, it really shows the quality of Vermeer. She just needs a little space there, and then she got it.
This is second medal for Sana Vermeer in a Grand Prix. Congratulations.
It really was excellent work. I'm glad that Caitlin Quadros, who's on her way out now, is still high-fiving all the fans. I think that's really good.
Yeah, and that shows great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Dear spectators, the
Look how quickly she was into this. This was the Seonagi effort. Just got the left hand down to save her from going over.
Yeah, let's see that last attack. And she was right under the chin, so also unlucky timing for Quadros. But to follow up on that like that so quickly, it shows real quality.
And you can guarantee that when she's putting this on, it's not one of those gently applied, you know, shimmy.
In competition, you know you're going to be...
It's just on. We come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Inmal Shemesh of Israel faces Maria Centratio of Italy. It'll be Shemesh in the white judogi, Centratio in blue.
The
referee in the middle for this one is Jefferson de Rocha Vieira of Brazil.
מייצגת איטליה, מריה צ'נטרקיו, ובלבן, מישראל, דגמר, ענבל שמש!
I was mentioning to my colleague Esther Stam earlier today that this was a final that I could not possibly have predicted. Good luck to both of them.
Yes, I think for both it will be their first gold in a Grand Prix. So, and for me it's like it took a while before Centratio really got to this stage, because she was very promising. She won a lot of medals in the juniors, but then in the seniors it took some time. She also switched weight categories, so maybe that had something to do with it. And then you have Shemesh, who is a little bit younger, but a really hard worker, and yeah, she will just stay on you and keep going for the rest of the time. And she has a very good strangle, which she's probably trying to do. Now she's just working on the ground, but good work there. And she put so much effort in every attack she does, and every Nawasa situation, and I think that's why she's so difficult to compete with.
Those are the chairs that came after the unsuccessful application of that shimiwaza. Imagine if she pulls one off. Crowd will go crazy.
But not going to be so easy against the Italian. Ooh, that was a good effort from Shemesh.
Just wants to get her head in a better place.
Yeah. So both looking very focused, and they're looking quite calm, you know. It's good to see also Shemesh, and it's easy to get too excited and too eager and make mistakes. And Centraccio really smart with the kumikata. So now with the left hand, she's giving trouble to Shemesh. Again, her head is really low. Quite close to scoring here, Centraccio just didn't have enough pull in the end. But it is Centraccio is putting the pressure on Shemesh, and Shemesh really has to try to avoid that left arm from Centraccio.
Being given a couple of seconds to tidy up their geese, and it's a good thing for Shemesh just to gather herself, because on the last few exchanges it's been Centraccio who's looked the more dangerous of the two.
Yeah, exactly.
And if even not dangerous, she's looked the more commanding of the pair. We're back underway.
So 1 minute and 33 seconds left, and it's been a really nice final to watch. And again, it's a really strong grip. Centraccio really looking threatening with an Uchigari, and I'm not sure if Shemesh can solve that left arm.
Yeah, that's been the difficulty. Once that left arm goes over the top, Centraccio really looks to control everything from there, and Shemesh hasn't been able to break it off.
So it's the kumikata especially that made Centraccio look really good in his final. Nice seonage attempt. Yeah, Shemesh really has to start doing something. Getting a shield for that now, being a little bit too passive. She's really good in escaping the techniques, you know, she's really hard to throw, but she has to not forget to be dangerous herself, and here she's trying to do a seonage, but not so successful.
Half a minute left to go. It's the first time that Centraccio has had a chance to work on the ground here. Let's have a look and see how this one turns out. See how her defense on the ground is. We've seen her fighting it off standing up. And she manages to avoid getting caught there. We've got a little, 19 seconds left to go. Gold medal at stake in the under 63 kilo category.
Yeah, and such an important points for both these athletes, because they didn't win so much medals yet, so it's really good qualification points.
Well, just the single Shido in normal time against Shemesh. Centraccio looked the more threatening of the two. She had the better grips. And now Shemesh is into the golden score period. The first score will win. She's only picked up a single penalty, so she's still, you know, on reasonably good ground. Centraccio is penalty free.
Yes, but for me the thing is I think Shemesh is in risk of getting another Shido. Ooh, that was really close. Shemesh trying to take over, but she almost went over Centraccio with the seonage.
Yeah, lost concentration whilst battling the grips about what was happening with the footwork, and a little Koichi almost unsettled her.
And again, it's Centraccio that gets it here. Really nice work, nice sutumi there.
Yeah, good simigeshi from Centraccio, bringing Shemesh down onto her side, and you could see there that there was no resistance against that effort.
No.
It had gone. She'd given everything in the normal period of time, and there just wasn't the power to fight off.
No, I think she had a really great tournament. She had such a good result. Nobody expected her to reach the final, I think. People knew she was good, but it's Centraccio that was the clear favor, the best one today.
Maria Centraccio of Italy is the gold medal winner in the under 63 kilo category. She joins her teammate from yesterday, Manuel Lombardo, who won the under 66 kilo category. So second gold for the Italian. It's the second silver for Israel. Gilly Cohen having picked up a silver medal yesterday. Israel picked up 2 golds and a silver. They collect the second silver today, this time in the shape of Inbal Shemesh.
Yeah, it was a good technique. And you could see it was coming a little bit, and I think Shemesh could still surprise, but it was clear that Centraccio was dominating this contest. And it's another gold medal for the Italian team.
Yeah, they're not finished yet. We've got Giovanni Esposito in the under 73 kilo category final, and that category is coming up next. And the first of the bronze medal contest features Toha Butbul of Israel. He's up against Neil Stump of Switzerland. It's Butbul in the white judogi, Stump in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia.
Mr. Vasily Smolin.
I've been so impressed with Neil Stump today. He really outperformed himself. But then again, Toha Butbul, he just made a huge mistake. He got thrown in the semi-final. Yes, in the semi-finals, I think. Or was it before? No, it was before that, sorry, excuse me.
Antoine Bouchard, Alexander Turner, and Bizuri Khojazoda of Tajikistan.
Yeah, that's the one he lost out to.
Were his opponents. He lost out to, the Tajik fighter. And he had to come back through the repechage, defeating Augusto Meloni of Italy. As far as Neil Stump was concerned, well, he downed Nick Del Popoli of the United States of America, Lucas Diallo of Burkina Faso, and then the number 2 seed, Tommy Macias of Sweden, Artem Homula of Ukraine. So he had quite a day before losing out to Giovanni Esposito of Italy. That's put him in this bronze medal contest.
Yeah, and I think they're both quite explosive. Butbul being the one even more explosive, but Stump he showed such a clever judo today, and in Tachi and in Newaza. And he's not afraid to throw, as you can see here. He's really going for it. So quite working on the sleeves, both of them. Oh, nice sorry attempt. Good thinking there of Stump. Just found a little bit too much resistance, but it was a really good attempt.
Nice movement as well.
Yes.
From the Swiss player.
And he can really move left and right, you can see that. So it's making him pretty unpredictable. Butbul taking a little bit longer, and that's why he's getting a Shido, and they also give Stump a Shido. For me, Stump was the one that's a little bit more attacking and active, but this is where Butbul is so dangerous. If he can lift up that left arm, the right arm of Stump, then there's no stopping in that. And now Bupo does have the left sleeve, and he can throw it at Vazari score. You could see it coming a little bit because he really had control of that left, with his left hand. He had really good control of the sleeve of Stoomp. And instead of trying to lift it first, he went under, and beautiful throw there.
So a little over a minute left to go. Tahar Butbul of Israel leads here in this bronze medal contest in the under 73 kilo category. Amazing if they could take a second medal.
Yeah.
Already wrapped one up with the silver from Shemesh.
And they have another final coming, so
they've still got another chance.
For sure they. Ooh, that was starting to look like a takeover, but not enough. And again, for me, this is the Vazari beautiful throw. But after that, there was again a good movement from Stoomp.
20 odd seconds for Neil Stoomp to come up with something. You can see Butbul's got that arm in there. Let's hope that he doesn't
make the same
mistake that he made.
I was immediately thinking that when I saw him locked up a little bit.
Yeah.
The only thing he should do is just try to escape. Don't get close to Stoomp. And he doesn't make the same mistake. That's good for him. So it's a bronze medal for Tahar Butbul.
A little bit nerve-wracking though.
Yes, the last 10 seconds.
He keeps you interested.
Yeah.
There's Tahar Butbul right to the end. And there is a second medal for Israel in the second category of the day.
Yeah, the crowd really get what they came for.
Yeah.
But for me, for Niels Stoomp had a great day, and I hope he got some confidence out of this achievement. 5th place is always a very, how do you say that, ungrateful place. But it should give him a lot of confidence that he beat one of the top seeds today.
I think the other thing is the points that he would have collected here is going to help him in future tournaments.
Great result for Tahar Butbul.
Once they're finished on the mat, on the way out, just at the edge of the entrance to the arena, they have to stand and do an interview with Israeli television. The chest is heaving and he's trying to catch his breath, and the microphone's right underneath his nose. In fact, Inbal Shemesh is still finishing off her interview, so throughout the whole contest they were still interviewing her.
Nice to have some times with the fans. So already really good fights and nice scoring.
We've got a second bronze medal coming up now in the under 73 kilo category. Artem Homela of Ukraine faces Beruzi Hojazoda of Tajikistan. It's Homela in the white judogi, Hojazoda in blue, and the referee in the middle. But this one is Ramzan inside of Uzbekistan.
Please welcome the athletes in white judogi representing Ukraine, 2016 Budapest Grand-Prix bronze medalist. Artyom Khomova. In blue, representing Tajikistan, fighting for the first time for bronze in the Grand Prix.
So he's for the first time fighting for bronze medal in a Grand Prix.
Slightly nerve-wracking, I'd imagine. Hasn't reached these dizzy heights before.
No, but I'm guessing this is one of the best tournaments to do it with a crowd, like a full stadium like this.
Yeah, there's still a bit of a hum and a buzz in the arena after the 2 medals that Israel have already picked up, and possibly in anticipation of a definite 3rd medal. They will win a 3rd medal. We just don't know whether it's going to be gold or silver. That's in the under 81 kilo category.
Yeah, what an amazing result for them again. Of course, they're gonna hope for a gold, but even they have another medal. That's already for sure. To add up to the 3 medals of yesterday. So it's Komula who's just a little bit more active in this contest. Well, you saw that taking a little bit more time.
Both fighters guilty of avoiding to take a grip. The referee deciding to dish out a Shido.
That was a good reaction from Komula there. And I do like it that the referee does this, because it just it's a little warning for the both athletes to just get to their grip a little bit faster. And otherwise it can take quite a while for these contests to get fired up. Nice hip movement. His hip went into a little bit too far. But it looks like Komula up until now is the one that's controlling the contest. Maybe just a little bit more experienced. So as you can see, it's Komula who's really trying to move it, and he's Vasari score here. He was really the one that was pushing it, and Kojazoda just could defend. And nice Vasari there, scored by Komula. Didn't have too much control of the arm, and was a little bit of space. That's why didn't went over completely, but it was a really good score.
Vasari the lead for Artem Homela. He'll be having one eye on the clock now, just to see that disappear.
And I think 1 minute is so short, because normally if somebody really starts a chase, but you don't see Kojazoda chasing so much. So it maybe shows a little bit that Komula is the one that's controlling, and one bridge too far for Kojazoda. And I'm not sure why. I think it's just maybe out grip, because normally you really see somebody with 20 seconds only on the clock. He can take all the risks there are.
Yeah, he's really got to go for it here,
yes,
because there's just so little time left on the clock. Throw everything at it.
Now he's doing it, but that's a little bit too late, because Komula still has a Shido left to burn.
Yeah, in the end, he just left that little bit too long to give it the last effort.
I'm also curious if he walks off the mat, if he thinks like, did I give it all? Like it looked like, but you can be very mistaken, you know. Sometimes it looked different than it feels. But I feel like there was more in the tank for Kojazoda. But great tactics of Komula. I was just controlling the kumikata, very controlled and calm. One really good throw was enough.
Representing Ukraine.
Artem Homolov of Ukraine it is who takes the second of the bronze medal contest. We'll have some highlights of this one and then we'll be back with the final of the under 73 kilo category.
This is the second medal for Artem Homolov in the Grand Prix.
זו המדליה השנייה של המנצח בגרנד פרי.
Nice movement from Komula.
Not sure who the message is going out to.
Me neither.
Okay, we'll leave that one then. We come now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. Vadim Shoka of Belarus faces Giovanni Esposito of Italy. It'll be Shoka in the white judogi, Esposito in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
And yet another Italian in the final. And it really shows the strength of this team. And I think they brought their own team as well, but still to have another youngster, because he's only 20 years old in the final, it's really great. Well, Team Shoka we didn't see competing so much today. Sometimes you have that, you miss some of the contests. So I'm really curious how they're going to do.
And in blue, representing Italy, also first time in the Grand Prix final.
וכחול באיטליה גם כן פעם ראשונה בגמר הגרנד פרי.
Giovanni Esposito.
Esposito has fought very cleverly today.
He was, but he also made good attacks. Next to the being really clever with the tactics. And that's what really impressed me, that the tactics of the Italians are so strong next to the judo. And that's why I guess they have so much success. Nice movement there from Esposito. Again, nice movement, Ochigari effort. I really like it that he's really trying to do something with the kumikata, trying to disturb his opponent, and then coming in for an Ochigari.
It's a long, hard day for both of these fighters. This is the 6th fight. So they've been kept busy all day. Just a single slip by Esposito. That was in the semi-final. Sorry, that was there hasn't been a slip. Oh dear. I was looking at Neil's stump there. He defeated in the semi-final.
Ooh, dangerous for Shoka. He got under a lot of pressure there to Esposito. Esposito is looking really good. He's looking controlled and working really well with the kumikata and ashiwaza. This time Sutami waza from Shoka.
Shoka had the benefit of a bye in the first round, so this is his 5th contest. Whereas for Esposito, he's had to go the full distance. This is number 6.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're to the final, you sure know that you had some rough contests normally, but your opponent has the same. So it's for both of them been a long day. But you do need a really great. You need to be in really good shape in order to win all your contests until the final. So first Judo on the board for Shoka. Oh, that's dangerous. Almost, Esposito almost being picked up by Shoka. Yeah, that was so close. Shoka with a good Mokikomi attempt, but the way Esposito defended was great to not go over that. He just manages to put his arm on the ground. Ooh, nice. That is what I really like with Shoka. So he really kept pressing forward. And although it was it was not the best effort going down so fast with the Ouchigari, it was a creative way to try something different. But Shoka made good use of that. And now it's going to be really hard to come back.
Well, he'd take a penalty for a false attack there, because he just bailed, and there's still 8 seconds left to go. Can't afford another error.
And with Esposito, that's not the easiest, you know, even if it's only 8 seconds. It's almost like he stole a little bit this final, because Esposito was the one that was all the time attacking, but it was such a great move from him, and really good win.
Two penalties picked up by Shoka on his way to the gold medal win in the under 73 kilo category. Not going to hold the penalties against him. The last one was when he was coming under serious pressure from Esposito, so you write that one off. And he'd done the hard work by coming up with the only positive score in the contest. He takes the gold. It is silver to Esposito. We'll have a look at the highlights from this one, and then we'll be back with the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category.
Dear friends, you can see the highlights. After the highlights, we will have the first awarding ceremony for women under 63 kilos.
שימו לב לעיקרי הקרב האחרון כאן במסכים, מיד לאחריו אנחנו נערוך טקס מדליות 30 עד 63 קילוגרם.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal awarding ceremony for women under 63 kilos.
Come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 63 kilo category. Medals are being presented by the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wiese. First of the bronze medalists, Sanne Vermeer of the Netherlands. And there's a bronze medal too for Valentina Kostenko of Russia.
Silver medalist for Israel, Inbal Shemesh.
Silver medal goes to Inbal Shemesh of Israel. The gold medal goes to Maria Centracchio of Italy.
The prize money and the flowers will be presented by the IGF guest, Mr. Etienne Lescureux. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Italy.
And now the national anthem of Italy.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture.
Well, the way things work out is that we have one weight category, another weight category, and then the awarding ceremony. So we've got an awarding ceremony just before the next weight category begins. The next weight category is the under 70 kilo category, and in that final will be Alice Balandi of Italy. She just heard the Italian national anthem. How do you feel that's going to work out for her?
That should be some motivation.
Vermeer and Kostenko were the bronze medalists. Shemesh, it was who took the silver, but Centracchio took the gold. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 70 kilo category. Sanne van Dijk of the Netherlands faces Sara Rodriguez of Spain. It's Van Dijk in the white judogi, Rodriguez in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland.
So interesting contest. They both had some injuries in the last while, but both being back on the tour, and they're both also looking strong. I think Sanne van Dijk for me didn't look as strong as she could in the last tournaments, but she still manages to win, except for one, she manages to win her fights. And Sara Rodriguez looking very strong. She lost out to Bernholm in the semi-finals. So let's see. I think I told you this morning that Rodriguez is one of the ones to watch in the next few years.
Well, if you didn't tell me this morning, I'll take warning now. We'll see
But
what
now you
happens.
just don't know, you know? It's bronze medal contest.
Sometimes it's interesting to look at a competitor's contest record and see how many times they lose 2 in a row. You know, a number of fighters who've got good records, Sanne van Dijk could be one of them. You know, they don't suffer back-to-back losses regularly.
No. But let's see. So far, they're just, I think, trying to check each other a little bit, how they feel. And you can see here, Sanne van Dijk has the right arm on. This is where she is so strong. But a good solution from Rodriguez with left seoinage. And you know, with Sanne van Dijk, if she cannot get that right arm in the place she wants, she is struggling a lot more. So that's what Rodriguez is going to try to do, is to block that right arm. So that's Rodriguez that is really controlling with the grips here. Just doesn't manage yet to come in for a big attack. So Van Dijk really tried to get out of there. Should be a Shido. That's what she's been given now. So this time a better position for Van Dijk. She needs to try to stay out of that grip of Rodriguez.
Just missed with the arm.
Yeah.
Wanted to be a lot closer. Make contact. That just went into thin air, didn't it?
Yeah, well, you see what she was thinking. She was really going for the left Ogoshidera, but or I mean Kushiwaza.
Yeah. Single Shido against Van Dijk. That's the only blemish on the board at the moment. We've got a little over a minute left to go. Still not close enough.
And I think tactically Rodriguez is doing a really strong contest here. And I think this is a little bit one for the tactics. Because you know, if you're going to get really close to Van Dijk, she's with that right hip, exactly what she's doing now. She's so dangerous. And she has that right arm on, and immediately she's really threatening. So you can see that they're quite prepared to fight with each other.
Yeah, but neither fighter are able to break down the grips of the other.
Seoinage here. So getting closer. But for me, it is Rodriguez that is really pushing the pace here. And Sanne van Dijk has to watch out to not get another Shido on the board. And there it is. Just a little bit more passive. And that's what I said, like Rodriguez is really playing a really tactical contest. Ooh, that's it. Vasari score in the bell. And you can see that the disappointment on the face of Rodriguez.
Right at the death.
Yes.
Very last second.
I would like to see the replay because I'm not sure what happened there. If Rodriguez really relaxed already, probably not. But she just maybe was waiting for the golden score.
Sanne van Dijk wasn't.
No.
She had other plans. I'm not hanging around for the golden score. I'm
No.
off.
She didn't want to go into the golden score with 2 Shidos on the board. It's
Yeah,
not
that
the
was
best
also
position.
weighing heavily on her mind, I'm
Well,
sure.
for Rodriguez, she was in a
Perfect.
lot better position for that.
Winner and bronze medalist for women under 70 kilos in white judogi, representing the Netherlands.
מנצחת וזוכת מדליית הארד נשים עד 70 קילוגרם מהולנד.
Sanne van Dijk.
Michal Brzezinski, the coach, was
This is
having
her medal number 6.
a session of losing his hair there, worried what was going to happen.
I guess so.
Yeah.
וזוכה זו המדליה השישית בקרב.
Yeah, and it was actually a really good performance from Rodriguez. She was controlling the contest, getting closer to scoring. But look, Sanne just only needs one small space there, one opportunity. And that's what I told you. When she has her right arm on, she's so strong. She can go for a Tani Otoshi kind of movement. And it's a really strong movement from her.
Yeah, she hadn't relaxed. She just misread the attack. Right on the...
Just a really good attack from Sanne van Dijk.
Yeah, she conned her into thinking that there was going to be one thing which she was defending, when really it was something else.
But it shows the class of Sanne van Dijk here. It was just a really good movement. And it's just the most frustrating if that happens in the last second.
Nice little feint to set things up. Van Dijk, who takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 70 kilo category. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. This time it features Megan Fletcher of Ireland. She's up against Emily Suk of Denmark. It'll be Fletcher in the white judogi, Suk in blue, the referee in the middle. But this one is Turbat and Setseg of Mongolia. I don't have anything to do with the stadium music, I'm afraid, but they kind of pick things out for a medal winner.
Megan Fletcher.
Picked something out for Sanne van Dijk.
So big opportunity for both these athletes. Really important points for the world ranking on the line. And Fletcher had a really rough time. It took her a while to get to this stage. So she's really motivated to get a bronze medal here. And same is for Suk. Suk is the youngster. But she's having a great day, Suk. Even in the semi-final, she was close to winning it. And you can see that Suk is one that's really coming up, and you can see that she's threatening, she's pushing forwards, going for the big throws. It's really nice to see. Now she has the arm for the soda. And again, she's been so strong with that, but this time it's on the chin of Fletcher. She's been really good with that shimiwaza today.
Yeah, Fletcher will have to look out for that. As Esther was saying, Suk has already put that to good use today.
And again, she was trying to go for the soda there. But I think Fletcher's warned. And that was a good movement from Fletcher. A little bit between Ochigari, Uchimata. That's where Fletcher is not one of the most explosive judoka, but she will just keep going with that Ochigari, trying to get to the throw, and in the end many times getting it, and she's got really good newaza to add to that. Oh, again, and now it looks more under there. Shimewaza. Not sure if it's under.
Well, the referee's got a good look at it. Nice and open. Fletcher's
and you
got
see,
the hand in there.
Fletcher. That's the positive thing for Fletcher. She can still hold it, but they keep going quite a while now. But this time it was really not on. So better effort there from Fletcher. Now at this time it's Fletcher that can work on the ground where she's really strong.
Yes, indeed.
So something's happening here. Just manages to catch the leg.
Still not out of it.
No, not at all. Now this time it looks a little bit more loose, but she's going for the Juji Gatma here. Nice work from Fletcher. So with only 1 minute left, it's still no score on the board and no shidos. And that's what I really like to see. They've both been attacking. That was a drop from Sook. Unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of tiredness creeping in there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Not able to get herself in a good, strong position.
That she was trying to go for the left side, but no grip there. She also has to watch out with that. So because there was enough effort there, she doesn't get a shido, but if that happens again and Sook just stands right up, it will lead to a shido.
Haven't seen that Sode Surikomigoshi from Sook yet.
No, she's threatened with it once, but I'm guessing now Fletcher really knows the arm is loose, so she knows that it's coming. So golden score it is.
Neither fighter able to come up with a score in a normal period of time. As Esther says, we move into the golden score period now. Straight away Fletcher's on the attack. Big arm over the back, and then a Sumigeishi to try and
I was thinking she would do that before already, because she put a lot of pressure on Sook, but maybe didn't feel right yet. And again she's working in Nawaza. This time it's getting stronger. No Saikami. So only 10 seconds to hold for a Wasari score.
We know that Fletcher is particularly strong in the Osai Waza. That was a good turn. And as you've said before, once you get that arm trapped, extremely difficult to get out. And it's Fletcher who comes up with the win.
And I'm really happy to see her winning bronze medal. If you know a little bit about her history, you know she's been dealing with some huge setbacks in the past, and it must mean a lot for her to get a bronze medal in this competition. And it's actually her first Grand Prix medal.
Yeah, she works extremely hard, as Megan Fletcher. I'm not saying that others don't, but it's the results that Esther's hinting at. You know, they haven't always come her way, so it must be really pleasing.
No, and Megan Fletcher, she's 29 years old, and you see that most of the added competitors, you see Emily Sook, she's one of the youngsters, so she's already there, but it took Megan Fletcher quite some time to get to this level, and she's been always around. She had some 5th places, 7th places, but never that medal she wanted, so it's good to see her on this podium.
Congratulations, this is first medal for Megan Fletcher in the Grand Prix.
First Grand Prix medal for Megan Fletcher. Nice turnover as well.
It really was.
Worked that well.
No space to rent in this town. You're out of luck. The reason that you had to
Dear friends, you can see the highlights. This is the victory of Megan Fletcher.
So yeah, we knew she was really strong in Nawas, and that's where her biggest chances were. And Souk had a good resistance, but I think the physical strength got into play in the end in the golden score. And she looked a bit tired in the end.
We come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Alice Balandi of Italy faces Anna Bernholm of Sweden. It'll be Balandi in the white judogi, Bernholm in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico. Here's Esther.
So really nice final for me to watch, and the Italians have been so strong in this tournament. So I will get the benefit in this final for Alice Balandi, but then again she's up against Anna Bernholm, who's been so on form in the last couple of months and years actually. Since I think suddenly something clicked, and a little bit more than a year now she's winning the big medals everywhere.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the move from 63 to 70 kilos has been hugely successful. She never looked as strong, as comfortable, as good as she has looked at Bernholm, and anyone who told her otherwise really didn't know what they were talking about. So, a good move for Anna Bernholm. Balandi, for her part, well, could argue that given that she'd won the Junior World Championships last year, it's still early days, but we've already seen that she's competent and can hold her own, more than hold her own.
Wow! That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was she just got caught. That's what she said.
Off balance, there's no way out. You know, she's falling onto her back. Bernholm sees that, she takes control of that, guides her onto her back with the hands. That's it.
Well, this is just an example of beautiful judo, you know. It's not a huge mistake of Alice Balandi. It's really great what Anna Bernholm did, but it just shows quality, that you know where your opponent is and when to move to what side.
You've got a feel for what's happening and a feel for being able to take over as soon as that opportunity presents itself.
Second gold medal in the Grand Prix. Congratulations. Alice Balandi of Italy takes silver medal.
Well, huge disappointment for Balandi, but only
look at that hip, it was so great. The movement from Balandi was great.
Yeah.
But just it's really the class of Anna Bernholm, that she knows exactly where she is and tries to push Alice Balandi back.
I think you were hinting at this earlier on, you know, about the hip going through too far. Do you remember earlier on? We spoke about it, and then when we saw her throw again, we said, no, that looked okay. But she just looks as though she's, you know, overstretching things a little bit. That gives Bernholm the opportunity.
I think that's what you do with the low Seonakis, then where you need to throw in the hip. But it was a beautiful movement. It's also, I think, the strength of Anna Bernholm that's just pushing her back.
Blocking it first of all, avoiding getting caught, and then making sure that she stays with her to take control of Balandi on the way down.
Exactly.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category.
Bronze medalists are representing Ukraine, Artyom Khomula.
The bronze medals go first of all to Artem Homula of Ukraine. It's a bronze medal too for Tohar Butpul of Israel.
Representing Italy, Giovanni Esposito.
The silver medal goes to Giovanni Esposito of Italy.
And gold medalist representing Belarus, Vadzim Shoka.
The gold medal goes to Vadzim Shoka of Belarus.
The prize money and the flowers will be presented by refereeing supervisor of the International Judo Federation, Olympic champion Mr. Giuseppe Mandaloni. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Belarus.
Now the national anthem of Belarus.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with Gladys and Judo.
תמונה משפחתית. ומחיאות כפיים למדליסטים!
There's the winning quartet all showing off their medals proudly. Homula and Butbul with bronze medals. Esposito took the silver and it was Shogun who took the gold medal. We've got one more weight category to bring you on. Day 2 of competition here at the Tel Aviv Grand-Prix. It's the under 81 kilo category, and the first of the bronze medals features Murad Fatiev of Azerbaijan. He's up against Christian Parlati of Italy. It'll be Fatiev in the white judogi, Parlati in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia. Italians on a roll here, Esther.
Referee is from Russia, Mr.
We talked about it before, and I'm curious to speak to some of the Italians, like if they change something. I don't think so. I think they're just really working as a team, and sometimes the atmosphere in a team can also help the team feeling, and if one of your guys is doing really well, it will lift you also a little bit.
Tel Aviv, clap your hands.
אולי מחיאות כפיים! בקרב על הארץ!
Bit of a surprise package, isn't he, Fatiev, Murad Fatiev of Azerbaijan, to be in and around the medals. He's just awkward. You know, there's something about him that's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, for me it's like the core strength that is not developed yet as it could be, but he's really pushing and putting a lot of force on his opponents. So there's a lot in there. He has a lot of talent and already strength, but I think he can be so much better if he works on that as well.
I just got the feeling in his contest with Sagi Muki that he was completely outclassed.
Yes.
It's not to say that, you know, he doesn't have some quality. It's just that when he came up against Sagi Muki, he really was, you know, at a loss to wonder what to do, how to deal with Sagi Muki. Anyway, his particular problem at the moment is Christian Parlati.
Not the easiest. So, and I think it's just the experience of Fatiev. He's only 19 years old, so still a junior.
Yeah, it's asking a lot then to come up against fighters of this kind of quality and put in the kind of performance maybe that I'm asking from him. He's still, you know, quite young, early days yet for him.
So I think that's what exactly you can tell. He has a huge talent, and you can see he already won some. He won a silver medal at the Junior Europeans, so he's there for more. You know, if you can see that on this level, he's already competing for the medals. It's really good.
Now it's Parlati who has the task of trying to work out how to deal with Fatiev.
Just checking if they fought before, but they haven't. Although they're both quite young still.
Minute and a half left to go. No score yet between Fatiev and Parlati. Not a great deal to write home about at the moment.
No, it looks like they're waiting quite long to, and they maybe they just don't feel right. They're both struggling with their kumikata, and it's both of them picking up a Shido for that. I think it's the right thing to do now.
Yeah, just guilty of, you know, hiding one side from their opponent. Negative stance penalised the pair of them.
No preparation there for Fatiev. He was just dropping down, and luckily Parlati was in disbalance a little bit, but it's dangerous to do.
Yeah, he was a bit slow to react to that,
yeah.
So Fatiev got away with it. Weak attack, and
yeah, but just if you make a little bit of movement with the kumikata, with the lapel, you can already have a reaction. Oh wow, nice work there. And again, what a quick reaction from Fatiev. You don't always see that with the Azeri. They're sometimes not so interested in the waza. Oh, that was
tired looking, wasn't it?
That's too bad, because he doesn't really need that. And he was looking quite good up until now, so I hope it's not just being tired. And this is where, if it comes to that, I think Parlati has a big advantage. Italians always look very in shape. So some nice movements from Fatiev. And I think it's because they're really left against right, so they cannot really reach each other and do their favorite techniques. So that's again what we saw earlier today, that he's just dropping down, doesn't stay on his feet. And if Parlati is smart, he can make more use of that.
Yeah, the second one wasn't that clever, was it? Because he'd had a go at the first and it looked passable, but the second one was weaker. Given that the first one was tricky anyway, you had to give the second one as a false attack.
It's really lack of tactics, because if you look at the golden score, there's no single attack Parlati put in yet, and yet he doesn't get a Shido because Fatiev is getting his own Shido. So if Parlati is smart, he doesn't have to do so much. And I think he might be almost waiting for a little mistake of Fatih. But for me, this is a Shido for Parlati. Yes, just walking off the mat. And really, it looks like they're cancelling each other out. Like right against left, they don't really get close to each other. But it is Fatiev that's putting in the attacks.
Yeah, well, possibly because of the opposite stances and opposite sides. It hasn't been the most attractive of contests, and there's just something about Fatiev that makes him difficult to watch, I'm afraid.
Yes. Yeah, for me, Fatiev is putting in all the work. The only thing how he could lose is by going over or making a mistake.
With a false attack.
Yes,
yeah.
That's what can happen with him. But if Parlati doesn't act soon.
And he had to block that last Totemiwaza effort, so
yeah.
That was an attack.
And also, if you look at the golden score, how much times Parlati made an attack?
He's lucky to still be in it.
But although we cannot see it because there's not been too much exciting attacks, they're both looking really with fatigue, so they must have put so much effort in their grips.
Crowd giving both fighters a round of applause there. Almost went round the back for the Temi Otoshi, didn't he?
Now Parlati's going for it.
Up here.
Yeah, that's his problem. But also Parlati cannot ask for the Shido, Just keep competing and keep concentrating on your contest. Then you'll see what happens. If the referee decides to give a Shido, then he gives a Shido. But before, he just focus on what you have to do. So leg grab by Fatiev.
Fatiev doesn't even bat an eyelid. I think he's just happy to get off the mat.
he's completely broken, and he put so much work in. And for me, he was the one that was putting all the work in, and Parlati was just a smart one by not making mistakes and waiting for Fatiev to make a mistake.
Which in the end he did by grabbing a leg. It was a third infringement. He'd already picked up 2 penalties. That Shido was the third one, and the third Shido puts him out.
But for sure Fatiev is going to come back, and I think this was a good experience for him, and we haven't seen the last of him.
Yeah, he looks like a handful, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, too bad, but...
So it wasn't the false attack he was asking for, he was asking for the leg grab.
He didn't really grab the leg, but it was just in a way, so...
Right, we come to the second of the bronze medal contest now. Andriy Egotidze of Portugal faces Sami Chuchi of Belgium. It's Egotidze in the white judogi, Chuchi in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Orlando Cruz of the Dominican Republic.
Now, welcome judoka in white, representing Portugal. Last year, Tbilisi Grand-Prix silver medalist.
ולבן מייצג את פורטוגל, במדליית הכסף מגרנד-פרי טביליסי 2018.
Andriy Egotidze in blue, representing Belgium. Last year, Grand-Prix winner.
בכחול מייצג את בלגיה, זוכה מדליית הזהב בגרנד-פרי tel 2018.
Sami Chuchi.
So this should be exciting. 2 big throwers. And here Egotitsi quite had the arm of Chuchi, but was not too interested in the Newaza. So strong gripping by Chuchi, wow! Yeah, that was beautiful, Ippon. Oh, they took it back to Azari. Let's see.
Well, we saw it from one side as
and Egotitsi looks to explain to something. Look at the sleeve.
Not sure what there is to explain there. If the referee had said Ippon to me, I'd be perfectly happy with it. I'm not sure what it is that Henry is upset with. Oh, the fingers inside the sleeve. Well, they had a look at the replay and decided that was okay. He's asking him, so what's the problem? You know, he said, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Instead of the mat.
We'll leave it, yeah. Well, we're going to see it. You will see it again in the slow motion highlights, and you can judge for yourself. But you know, at first glance, I thought it was okay. The other thing I thought that was okay was if the referee had said Ippon, I'm okay with that. Rosario I thought was a little bit undervalued.
Yeah, me too.
But on reflection, if there is an illegal grip, then it shouldn't be anything at all. Well, let's have a look at the highlights, and then you can judge for yourself.
So also, I think Egotitsi was already focusing on that sleeve. Look, he was like, hey, what's going on here? And then he got thrown.
Tel Aviv, are you ready for the
Well, we come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Sagimuki of Israel faces Ivelo Ivanov of Bulgaria. It's Muki in the white judogi, Ivanov in blue. The referee in the middle for this final contest is Mariano dos Santos of Brazil.
Mariano dos Santos. Now, welcome judoka.
Well, the task falls to Sagimuki to wrap up what is already a successful day for the Israeli team. This, however, could put, as they say, the icing on the cake. Great expectations for the home favourite, fans on their feet, already looking to celebrate. Picked up 2 gold medals already, have Israel. Could this be a third? He's shown a lot of guile, I suppose, is the right way of putting it. Exceptionally difficult fighter. to come up against is Muki. He can quite often play a very successful waiting game, good counters. His tactics just seem to put pressure on his opponents, and they end up doing things that they would rather not have done. Over he goes! What a finish by Sagi Muki! Little wonder that they're all on their feet here. It was exactly what they wanted. All set up by yesterday's heroics from the team. And now Sagi Muki delivers, and in what a way. Hero status absolutely secured in Israel. If it wasn't already, that's now cemented it. It'd be difficult to get someone to believe it if you'd just written it up as a story. And yet that's exactly what has happened. Trap the sleeves. Superbly executed Sode Tsuriko Mikoshi, throwing a high quality opponent. Ivelo Ivanov of Bulgaria for Ripon in the final. It really doesn't get any better than that. Oren Smadrov in his feet in the background, celebrating as well. Why not? Climbs into it, the Sagi Muki, and there's no way off it. It's just being shown again and again and again, and you showed as many times as you like as far as the crowd are concerned. We'll watch it all day. Well, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category. Let's get some calm back into the proceedings, because there'll be an awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category afterwards. No doubt the crowd will take the roof off this stadium again. The first of the bronze medals goes to Megan Fletcher of Ireland. There's a bronze medal as well for Sanne van Dijk of the Netherlands. The silver medal goes to Alice Berlandi of Italy.
And gold medalist representing Sweden, Anna Bernholm.
The gold medal goes to Anna Bernholm of Sweden.
The prize money and the flowers will be presented by the president of the Romanian Judo Federation, Mr. Cosmin Kusha.
Was the number 2 seed at the start of the day was Anna Bernholm. Wins over Hilde Jager, Gulnoza Matinyazo in the semi-final against Sarah Rodriguez, and then in the final against the current junior world champion and fast improving as a senior, establishing herself as a senior player, Alice Balandi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Sweden.
And now the national anthem of Sweden. Well, a terrific gold medal winning performance there by Anna Bernholm. Keeper high up there on the IJF world ranking list. She was in the top 10 before this win. It's push her back up a few places, maybe even 5th or 6th place, perhaps. Right, we're going to have a little bit of a highlights package now before we come back with the last of the awarding ceremonies. It's the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. Don't go too far, we'll be back.
Dear friends, before we start the last awarding ceremony for men under 81 kilos, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
שימו לב לעיקר של הקרבות בפיינל בלוק על המסך למעלה.
Just a reminder that we'll be back again tomorrow with the third and final day of competition. We begin at 11 o'clock. 5 more weight categories to bring you tomorrow. It'll be 3 weight categories for men, the under 90, the under 100 and the plus 100 kilo category, so the heavier weight categories. And then in the women's weight categories, it's the under 78 and the plus 78.
Ladies and gentlemen, medal awarding ceremony, men under 81 kilos.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category.
Bronze medalist representing Belgium, Sami Chuchi.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Sami Chuchi of Belgium.
Silver medalist representing Bulgaria, Ivailo Ivanov.
There's a bronze medal too for Christian Parlati, whichever way round you want to present them, Christian Parlati and Sami Chuchi. Silver medal goes to Ivelo Ivanov of Bulgaria. The gold medal goes to Sagimuki of Israel.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented.
It really was an incredible performance. Well, that's going to appear on any number of highlight reels, I'm sure. Absolutely terrific execution there by Sagimuki. He won't be out of here for quite a while. There'll be any number of television interviews that he'll have to do now. Going to be a long night. And now he'll have a proud moment listening to the national anthem of Israel.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with this
Time enough just for a final picture with the medal-winning quartet. There they are, and the two VIPs, Chuchi and Arlati, were the bronze medal winners. Ivanov took the silver, but it was Muki who walked away with the gold medal. That puts Israel at the top of the medal table. 3 gold medals. Italy have 2 gold medals. Belgium, Belarus, Kosovo and Sweden have 1 each. There'll be more medals on offer tomorrow when we'll be back with the 3rd and final day of competition at the Tel Aviv Grand Prix. But for everyone here, it's bye-bye for now.